Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello, Atomy Canada. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I'm Sharon Rose Master Raymond Chen. Thank you. And it's been a long while, and I'm so excited. Isn't it amazing? We can see face to face. Many members, we've been seeing them for almost 3 years now, right? So we haven't really got a chance to see each other, and finally we can see each other. It is amazing. Thank you. So for those who know who I am, and for those who don't know who I am actually a family physician working in Toronto, and I've been assigned to speak about one of my most beloved topic, Hemohim. And this is a great product, and I love it. I've been taking it for such a long time, and I know you guys have been taking it. And I'm sure that you can find it, hopefully you can find the information useful today, and we can actually share with your friends and families. Okay. So, the Hemohim history started back years ago when the Korean government actually tried to look for something that is helpful for them. Now, just like other governments around the world, the South Korean government also do researches on nuclear, right? We do nuclear science all the time. And when you do nuclear science, you actually been exposed yourself to radiation, right? So long exposure to radiation, people just wonder, okay, the government worries that the scientists may get some sort of undesirable illnesses, right? So this is why they actually find something to help them. So what they did is that look around back in all those ancient herbal remedies in Oriental, then finally found something, 3 of them, which is very helpful. So what they did is that they spent a lot of money, tons of money researching for years, and then take a lot of clinical studies. Actually, they actually tested on human subjects, and finally they found something called they pick 3 Oriental herbs and make it into one supplement, and they name it Hemohim. Now the way they do it is that it was researched through the Korea Atomic Energy Institute. So the Korea plus the Korea, and they've been combined working together and been ranked #1 for the industry for 7 years straight. So it's an amazing product and it's really helpful. Now what is Hemohim? Hemo means blood, okay? And Him means human immunomodulation. What does it mean? So basically, it's like a fine-tuning of our immune system. Okay, your immune system can be high. When you're high, you want to suppress it. When it's too low, raise it. So you want to find the optimal level everybody wants. Okay, when you're optimal level, just like your blood pressure, your heart rate, you don't want to be like roller coaster. You want to be very steady. And when you're steady, then you get healthy. This is what human being designed for any organism. If you've been steady, then everything will be fine. So this is actually what Hemohim comes in for. So now, immunities. We talk about a lot of immunities issue for the last 3 years, right? COVID-19. Now, ever since the COVID-19, people have been more health conscious, right? Me and you, obviously, for obvious reason. So now people are more looking to be more some health supplement because they know that you don't want to go back to the same stage, right? Because you want to be healthy. Next time, if ever something comes back, I want to be healthy. I don't want to get sick. So pursuing for like supplement has been a trend now. Everybody wants to be healthy, right? So that's why supplement becomes such a popular subject nowadays. So the definition of ability to protect the body from harm is the definition of immunity. But you actually, it's not simply just like fending off all the germs, right? You got bacteria, virus coming to my body, I get sick. But actually, it's go deeper than that. Actually, to be honest, a broader sense of immunity will be actually including the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay, so you wonder why? Actually, I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. Now, for the body itself, there'll be 2 possibilities that you get attacked. Okay, you'll either be the outside, right, or from the inside. Now, what kind of things can come from the outside? Obviously, if you run into pathogens like germs, viruses, fungus, all this kind of thing. It could be environmental pollutant. You have pollen, like me give us hay fever, runny nose, that kind of things. A lot of outside stuff, right? You have a toxin. drinking too much alcohol, right? Smoking cigarettes, or even smoking drugs now, right? So a lot very popular. Or maybe more commonly would be like junk food, eating too much trans fats and too much of those refined sugars. So these are the things that come from the outside. But what else can do it? It can be from the inside, right? Our immune system can get a little bit upset, and sometimes you can have abnormal stuff that build up in the body. Example, with abnormal antibodies. The antibodies, everybody heard about autoimmune disease. It's something your body create antibodies attacking your own self. And then you get sick. Things like lupus, right? Rheumatoid arthritis, kind of things. You don't see that often, but actually, according to the latest research, actually, more and more lupus, autoimmune disease has been discovered. Okay? Ever since the pandemic. It's true. Actually, if you go on the internet, you can see it right away. So we're going to expect people are getting diseases are more complicated, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the physical part. How about mental part? A lot of mental issues, right? It could be from the outside, stress from the parents, okay, from your spouse, from kids, from school, from work, or maybe losing your job because of the restructuring in the company or something. So that's from the outside. Inside, you feel anger, your shame, your depression, because of whatever happened inside. So both in the outside and inside work together, that will give us a hard time. And finally, I think the spirit can do it. If you have negative thought, your morale is low, and you feel like you're not going to do anything, you're going to lose your life, right? So this is really added on all together. So immunity is a very complex topic. Actually, it's not as simple as this. So I think it will be important things that we should be aware that we actually is important to have the body, spirit, body, mind, and spirit all together, and that works hand in hand. Now you're going to ask me, how can a supplement help my mind? All right, okay. All right, okay. I know you're going to ask this question, so I'm going to elaborate a little bit. Okay, just an example. Say you're under extreme stress. Okay, what happens is that your heart rate starts raise, your blood pressure goes up. Okay, when your blood pressure goes up, you're going to have a headache, right? When you get a headache, you begin to want to puke. You feel like you want to vomit, right? Okay, and then blood pressure makes people difficult to go to sleep. If people notice that you have a hard time sleeping, you want to check the blood pressure, because that can make you have a hard time sleeping. So the worse you're sleeping is, the more you're anxious about it, and you're scared I'm going to get a heart attack or a stroke. Okay. Now, honestly, most of the time, is thinking not realistic. It's not going to happen, right? So, but the thing you think, we human beings, we cannot stop ourselves from thinking about this kind of things, right? So it is just realistic that many people are feeling like that. So the more you worry, the more your blood pressure is going to go up, the more fast your heart's going to beat, and then the vicious cycle sort of continues to snowball. So I think it is important for us to break through this. So how to do it? The pandemic really definitely made all the illnesses over the last few years escalate. You can see a lot of illnesses for it. We've seen it myself, and my colleagues have seen it too. So it's important to break through. So how do you do it? Something to build on my base. So that's why I've been telling people that if you can find a supplement which is good, help your body build better immune system, your mind be better, and you can feel more relaxed, your spirit be better, and then you can go on your life with more positive mindset, and you're going to be your life will be more fruitful in the long term. So how does Hemohim do it? Okay, right? It does it by two ways, by improving your immune system. The first thing is improving your NK cell. Now, what is NK cell? You've been hearing probably people when reading this slide, when you put the box or Hemohim. Natural killer cells are cells made from bone marrow, a liver, and a thymus gland. What's a thymus gland? It's a gland sitting on top of your chest. We all had it when we were young. But as we get older, these glands sort of shrink, eventually become a fat pad. But these glands actually produce a lot of these natural killer cells. Now, natural killer cell main function is to kill off those cells that's been deformed, like infected by a virus. Okay? So that's why if you take Hemohim, you can prolong the production of natural killer cell. And hopefully, when we get old, we don't get those serious illnesses. That's the main thing. Delay the onset of serious illnesses. Because by 70 years old, most of the thymus gland will be gone already. So that's why when we get old, like the chances of getting more serious illness goes up. This is why we should start taking hemohim when we're young. Okay? Second way the hemohim does its job is by enhancing the cytokine production. Now, cytokine is basically a chemical messenger between cells. All right, okay? So a cell has to tell the other cell what to do. Okay? Cytokine can be good, can be bad. Some cytokine are bad, some are good. So what hemohim does is it increases the good cytokine, but suppressing the bad cytokines. Now, the good example of cytokine problem would be in COVID-19 pneumonias. In COVID-19, what they found is that it causing a cascade of crazy reaction. The body creates so much bad cytokines and giving us what we call cytokine storm. This is why people died, unfortunately, that's what it is. So this is why the serious illness came in. But now, obviously, scientists around the world have been discovered ways to help it. But hemohim is one of the ways, right? Some hemohim can actually help us to go along. Obviously, you have to consult a healthcare professional, right? If you did something happen, right? But as a supplement, it really works really good, okay? So, another thing that been so popular nowadays is inflammation and also oxidation, okay? You heard about antioxidant, you heard about anti-inflammatory. So scientists around the world find that these two indexes actually are the indexes for people aging and also getting more serious illness of inflammation. So simple, like if you sprain your ankle or if you simply have a cold, okay, you say, okay, it's fine, but it's nothing wrong with it. People get sick all the time. But if you keep having those things now, what scientists found that in the long term, you can have problems. You have a serious problem down the road. So that's why we need something to help them to decrease this kind of inflammation and oxidation. And hemohim is a very strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory supplement. So, so what does hemohim contains of actually? The three ingredients, let's go back a little bit. Yeah. The three ingredients hemohim made is angelicus, all right, transome rhizoma, and also peony root. Now, they all have our own special functions. They're very good, but to make things simple, I'll just list out what a combinability is. So when you guys explain to your friends, family, you know what it does. First thing it does, actually help the blood sugars. Okay, so people with diabetes, it can help them a little bit. Okay, as a supplement, always remember, explain to your friends and families, it's a supplement that helps along. Can drop the blood pressure a little bit. So people with blood pressure problem, you've got a headache, it helps. It helps to feed the blood a little bit. So what it does is it preventing the blood platelets to stick together. Platelets are a substance inside the body that when you cut yourself, it helps to clog the wound. But the hemohim actually helps so the platelet doesn't stick together. So chance of getting a heart attack and stroke will be less. Right? Okay. Obviously, the fourth thing it does, it raises your white cells, so you can fend off those viruses and bacteria from the outside. It can also actually help the pain. So people have, like, for example, people got shingles or you have some nerve pain from diabetes, it will help a little bit. It can also promote bone healing. You break their bones, you will give more calcium, osteoporosis. People have allergies. Okay, we have members actually take hemohim. Actually, the allergies got better. Not just replace the medication, but actually it will help. It will help allergies, asthma, eczema, those kind of things. All right. You can protect your kidney. People with diabetes, people who may have kidney failures, that can help as an aid. Protect the livers. People with alcohol, too much alcohol, you have hepatitis, viral hepatitis, like hepatitis B. For example, the damage to the liver in the long term, it can help them. Finally, it can actually absorb radiation. So not many supplement can do all this kind of thing. But actually, Hemohim is really amazing. That's why I love it so much. So this is just a nutshell, like what, in summary, what Hemohim can actually does. Obviously, you have to, like, for those actually you really are interested, there are some people have some questions, right? So they want to ask them to consult their own healthcare practitioners just to see what exactly, whether it's Hemohim suitable for them. Can everybody take it? Yes, everybody can take it. The only time that you might want to avoid it is some special cases, like when you're pregnant, when you are nursing, when you have a bleeding, say you have a big stomach ulcer bleeding your stomach, or your hemorrhoids rupturing, or maybe you're going for an operation. You don't want any bleeding. Because of the blood-feeding nature in Hemohim, you want to just be more careful before you really take it, okay? But otherwise, it should be this is safe in general for everyone. So I have no doubt, I've been taking this product for great years, and I really have a lot of confidence in it. It's a great product, it's been clinically proven effective, and price is amazingly affordable. So there's no argument about it, okay? And obviously, you can ask, people will have questions sometimes about healthcare supplement, but I feel more than obliged to tell them. Not just because of the way that because of my job is, but for every one of us, all the autonomians around the world, I think we should promote that. It is a great product, okay? I feel you're not doing your neighbor, your friends and family a good favor if you don't tell them. Because it's a good product. If you hear something good, you should tell them. Now, whether they will accept it or not, is really entirely up to them. All right, okay? Maybe people may not accept because so many products around the world. This is one of the best products I can tell. I've been researching it for 7 years before me and Carissa is doing it. My wife is doing it. But I think this is worthwhile. It's a great product, and I think we should all be. I'm very happy and thankful to be able to share this with you because it's a privilege. I feel like I'm doing this as a mission because I feel like I'm privileged to be able to share this product because it's a great product. There's no doubt about it, okay? So I wish everybody have a very strong and healthy immunity in the long term, and I would see all of you one more time, anytime. Thank you so much.